This is good. So one more time, my name is Anastasia and I represent Sunny Development Group. We are developer in Bali, and our company working in Bali since 1 year, but we already have 4 projects that we're building. So it's actually quite impressive results and already a lot of experience. I also want to present you Victoria. Victoria is one of the owners of our company, and also she is actually director of all the projects that we have. She works with builders. She also involved in buying a land. She is also developing the projects themselves, the designs, and also she's responsible for the finishing. So right now we have completely finished our first project. It is this 3-bedroom luxury villas in Berawa with a private swimming pool, completely furnished, very beautiful, that you all welcome to actually come and see. Also, we're building in Berawa another project of townhouses. It's altogether 22 townhouses. Also, almost all of them are sold out right now. We started to build 4 months ago, and we only have 5 townhouses available right now. So we're going to be finishing this project by the end of this year. That's the first project that we built. The second project we already started building a month ago, and this is in Batu Balong. It's just across the street from here. So it's also townhouses. It's 14 units. And 8 are available after 1 month of just started to being built. And the next project we're gonna have in Umalas, and another project we're gonna have in Batu Belik, which is one of the most popular touristic locations here. What we decided to build there is apartments. Apartments is actually something that is missing here in Bali. So we also want to attract the clients with a lower budget, because apartments we can sell for $125,000, which is more interesting for everyone. We're going to start with the very beginning. Maybe I will ask you, why Bali? Why you actually interested in investing in Bali? Actually, Bali has everything. If you think about it, it has surfing, it has a culture, it has beautiful food, and it's also very cheap, it's quite safe. And also, if you think about it, it's just in the beginning of of the development. If you think about Bali, then it's only 3 towns that's built on the coast. Yes, it's Kuta, Seminyak, and now it's Canggu. Okay, we can consider Perenninan, but it's kind of close, and all of the towns is actually few streets. So if you compare Bali to other locations like that, like Thailand, for example, or Dubai, here we're just like in the beginning of the building, and even if you see a lot of building going on right now, it's still in the beginning. So it's a right moment, according to us, it's a right moment to invest. Yes, to start your investing. And also because the pandemic just finished, we still have prices that quite low. We're still affected by pandemic in the prices. So we actually predict that the prices are going to go up, because tourism now is picking up. So it's going to be more and more people who come in here and are going to live in this location. I will start with a presentation. So this is 7 reasons why actually, what we and our team find of why invest in Bali. Here you can see. So this is actually very true. I don't know if someone lives in Bali more than 5 years here. Anyone who can confirm that that's the true information? Yes, but we can confirm, because what we bought a year ago, it's now almost double the price. Yes, so the prices on the land are going up very, very quickly. And even the location that's now seems like far away behind the Tahan lot, it's also already the prices are super, super expensive. Then the occupancy is also very true, but also you need to be very careful with the locations. And we're gonna talk about the best locations in Bali to invest today, to have this rate of occupancy. In our projects that we build in our company, we calculate occupancy from 90 to 100%, because this is the top locations in Bali. This is very interesting subject that calls season, because a lot of locations with the investment real estate has seasoning. Yes, so for example, Dubai, Turkey, but here Bali, it's season all year. So actually we have rainy season since October until end of February, but that's the highest season for the tourism, because most of the tourists coming from the winter countries, and they come in here to live in Bali and spend the winter here. So the highest prices here about the New Year's holidays, and this is the highest season, even if it's considered the rainy season. So if someone gonna tell you, oh, what about rainy season? Is it raining all the time? How are you gonna live in the rainy season? This is the most, actually the Bali is the most alive during rainy season, and this is impressive. And then when the in April the winter is finishing in Europe, in Australia become winter, so it's become a season for Australian people. And also, if you think about it, it's just happened recently. Before, Bali wasn't that popular for local Indonesian people, but now, since pandemic, we can see them everywhere. And it's a very, very rich people from Jakarta and Surabaya. They have a lot of money, and Bali becomes super popular place to be for them. And if you go to Fins, if you go to beach clubs in Seminyak, it's maybe 80% Indonesian, which is actually amazing for us, for investors, because even if something like coronavirus happen again, we all know that Indonesian people always going to be here because they have different restrictions for the traveling, yes? So it's actually very, very important phenomenon that we need to take in mind. So about season, you should forget seasons here. And if before pandemic it was like maybe like a lower season in, let's say, April, May, yes, and now it's in September. Right now, as we see Bali reopen its borders, we don't see anything that it was before. Now it seems like it's season all the time. TripAdvisor was having the questionnaire on their pages, and they were asking people where you want to go the first when the coronavirus will finish, and Bali was on the top. So people was missing Bali. Now it's finally open, everyone can come. And now this, since we opened the borders, they say 2 million people already attended Bali. So it's actually impressive. Before pandemic, it was around 7 million people a year. Now we're coming back to the same numbers. Yes, so about seasoning, this is very important to keep in mind. There is nothing like this anywhere in the world when the season is actually, when you're always gonna have income, yeah? About the legislation, our lawyer will talk more. About taxation, you also can ask questions later. But I will talk about the foreign friendly. So you guys said that you maybe want to move in Bali. If you see, it's a lot of people here, and all of us are from different countries. And for example, I live in Bali about 3 years, and I was never feeling the need of like the struggling that I'm living in a foreign country, because most of the people who live there, they're all from abroad, and they all welcome. You don't need to learn different language. You don't need to learn different culture. Even it would be probably nicer if we learn a little bit more a tradition of Balinese people. Yeah. But actually to come here and start living, it's super quick. It's easy, transparent, it's cheap, and it's possible. That's why there is a web pages for digital nomads, and Bali is always on the top of the best places where digital nomads should move. For example, during the pandemic, it was only 2 places that actually was, let's say, quarantine free, because we never here experienced anything like lockdown. So we could always go out. People couldn't come from abroad, but we who was living here, we always was, all the cafes was open, beaches, surfing, everything. And it was only 2 places like this in the world. It was Mexico and it was here. Yeah, and if you compare Bali and Mexico, Mexico is much more, let's say, dangerous, yes, and it's a little bit more complicated to live there. Here, it's super safe. I'm, as a girl, going home in the middle of the night by bike by myself. I never afraid, even if I walk or wherever. Yes, so like I think this is very important things. The safeness, the safety is actually very high here. So for that reason, Bali is gonna be attracting more and more people who, after coronavirus, decided to maybe change their homes. Yes, because they were locked down in their flats for almost 2 years. I don't think a lot of people like it, and if you're a digital nomad, and most of the people now actually can work from home, they consider new places to live. So across the street we have a BeWork. It's a co-working space that have a list for people who want to work there. Yes, so it's like one of the most popular in Bali, And this is all people with money. This is all people who want to live here long term, and they all looking for opportunities to find a home here. If you look on a real estate market, this is not enough of options for long-term stays. Maybe all of you who live here long-term actually can agree with me, yeah? So it's very hard to find a quality flats or quality buildings that you can live long-term. So consider all of this. This is actually giving you the picture of why it's actually interesting to invest in here. It's just gonna grow, it's gonna be better and better and better, and more people are gonna come here because it's easy, because it's friendly, because it's cheap, because it's safe, because it's beautiful. Yeah, maybe this is the first reason. And you have everything here and access to everything. Yes, you don't living in like Sri Lanka, where if you want to go to a nice fancy restaurant for beautiful dinner, you have to travel to a different country. Here, you have everything. So that's actually pretty good reasons to invest. And here's some of the facts. Before we were talking about like this, the situation here, the atmosphere, the vibe. But here we can have facts like from economics. So Indonesia actually forecasted that it's be the 5th largest economy in the world by 2024. So in 2 years, it's going to be 7th by the GDP. So Indonesia has a lot of money. You can see the people who come in from Jakarta, they never count this money. It's only growing and growing, yes? So this is actually impressive. You like tropical country, but actually it's managed very, very smart, even if you maybe not feel it from the first impression. So this is important facts actually that gonna attract more and more investors here. So also the inflation is below 2%. This is impressive. If you look at the rate exchange between Indonesian rupiah and US dollar, it's almost never changed. So like you would be surprised, yes, when you like that's actually you can even save money in Indonesian rupiah, and it's pretty easy to open an account here as well. Yeah, you open an account, you have international bank card, and then you can travel wherever you want with this bank card. So everything is accessible, yes, so it's very nice. Also Bali, actually Bali itself ranked as a 5th in the world most attractive place for investment, yes, so it was ranked by Forbes. So I think this is just says by itself, yes. And this is a little bit about the model of investment. Before the pandemic, the average ROI from investment in real estate was between 25 up to 40%. It all depends on the location, of the quality of the building, and for sure for the advertisement. Now the numbers are actually picking up, so in our presentation, I will show you later, we calculated 20%. So 20% means that you actually have your money back in 5 years, yes, and this is, I don't know if there is any other country in the world that can provide you the same income, yes, so in 5 years you actually get back the money you invested in, and then you can invest it again, or you can spend it, or you can do whatever you want with that. Because we are a development company, but also because we concentrated on a real estate for investments, we need to offer clients a full package. So we also offering clients a management of their villa, so they don't need to take care of it. So we're taking care of the customers, of the advertisement and everything. And we guarantee, our management company guarantee our clients 12% yearly for the income. This is you cannot find in Dubai, for example. They have 10%, but it's never guaranteed. Yes, it's one of the biggest countries for the investment real estate, and there maximum you can get 10%. Even here you can get 12%, but guaranteed. Yes, so it's nice, I think. Yes, and here we actually made a research and we compared the countries that popular for invest in real estate. So we took Turkey, the numbers of the Turkey, the numbers of the Thailand, and Dubai. And here you can see Bali is on the top. These are real numbers that you can get. We're not even taking European real estate market because it's only 3% a year. So it's irrelevant, yes. And because we are investors, then we need to actually think about how fast we can make our money back, yes. And now I want to talk with you about the leasehold. I think this is very important questions that a lot of you have in mind, yes, because if you started to look in investing in real estate in Bali, this is the first thing that comes to you. Oh, I'm a foreigner, I cannot buy land in Bali, or I only can rent it out, and the leasehold, average leasehold time in Bali is actually 25 years. You can have maximum up to 30 years. Yes, and then maybe the first thing that you think, I will maybe share my own experience when I came here first, and I was like, oh my God, have a villa here, you don't need to think about any job in your life, because it's going to generate the income for you, and it's very, very nice. But then I find out that it's actually only a limited time that you can use it. It's a leasehold. And for us, for foreign investors, it's very hard to actually think about it like this, because we used to think about real estate that it's something that I have forever because I invested in it, I build it, yes, I put my time and money in that. And now after 25 years, what? Should I give it back to the landowner? I don't want to deal with that. It's actually like too much work for me. And then I say no to this idea. And this is actually the main mistake in my opinion that investors do. Here you have a unique opportunity to earn 25% a year. And then you say no to that just because you have a limited time that you can use this land plot. So if you think about this situation as a investment, for example, if you invest in bonds or stocks, bonds, they have like a length. So during 25 years, they pay you a rate. And then after 25 years, you don't have them anymore. So actually, you need to think about buying real estate in Bali as an investment thing, you know, not like a classic real estate. Even if you have here an option to extend the land, in all our projects has this option. But I think it's better to talk about, in terms of the investment, what you have right now. Right now you have 25 years. Right now you have this location, this villa, and you can earn this amount of money. And if in 5 years I can actually have my money back, I think it's better to reinvest it and buy a new villa for yourself, and then this villa is going to gather this income for you. So actually that was a business model of all the investors before the pandemic. They were every 4 or 5 years they were buying a new villa and create a portfolio of the villas that actually was generated the income for them. And then after 25 years, you will think what you want to do after that, yes? So because it's a long period of time, it's not like 10 years, it's not like 15 years, it's actually 25 years. First of all, you don't know what's going to happen with you. Maybe you're going to say, I don't want to deal with that anymore. Yes, because it's a long time. Second of all, the location can be maybe not attractive anymore, yes? So you're buying here now, but maybe after 25 years, it's going to be completely different. Third, your villa after 25 years probably not going to look the same as you bought it, yes? So maybe it's going to be cheaper even to buy a new one that make a renovation in the old one. And then as well, so all these factors, yes, can actually put together. And what I recommend to think about extension when extension will come, but not to worry about that right now. And actually, if you think about it, for example, if you buy a freehold is when you own the land forever, then the price is much higher, first. The second, it's impossible to buy freehold in a good location because the owners of the land, they're not stupid. They know that they're going to make money out of that and they don't want to give up the family business, yes? So if you now want to buy freehold, it's going to be somewhere that's not popular for the tourism. So that means that you're going to have your money back much, much longer than here in Berawa, for example, or Batu Balong. Yes, it's going to be more expensive. So actually, it doesn't have economically that much sense as buy a leasehold. It's cheaper, it's top location, and you can have your money back in 5 years and reinvest it in whatever you want. So does that make sense for you? Maybe you have questions, maybe you want to ask a little bit more about that. Because this is what we discuss with the clients in the first step. Because if you don't change your perception of real estate, if you not agree with the leasehold, then you're going to lose the opportunity to invest. Then someone else going to take this opportunity, yes? Like I'm going to give you an example. In Berawa, we have a project now of 28 units, and that's it. There is no land available there anymore. So we're going to sell the project and there is nothing to buy. Yeah, so it's only 5 units left. And then to participate in a business like this, then it's very hard to find anything similar, yeah? It's better to invest in something that 100% gonna work for you and can make these numbers for you. That's just like looking around Bali and think about, oh, maybe this location is gonna be the next Canggu, maybe this location is gonna be the next Canggu, maybe I buy something in the north of Bali. But like, you have an option now to choose the best, make your money as fast as possible, and then if you wanna buy or build your dream villa, make it on the next time, yeah, on the next step, when you already have your income secured. First, I think it's better to buy something that's gonna generate money for you, and the second you buy a house or something that's like fantastic or something special. So this is just my opinion. I think this is how you, as an investor, you should actually approach to the subject. Yes, because this is how it's gonna work the faster, and not say no to that because of the leasehold, because actually it doesn't matter, because during 25 years you can make your money back 5 times. Nothing can give you this. Maybe cryptocurrency, but like, where is the cryptocurrency now? And in cryptocurrency you cannot live. Here you have a real estate, you have house, you have home, and if you want to come for holiday, you can stay there as well. Yes, so it's the model. I think it's very, very nice. It's interesting, and it's good to think about it this way. So that's why we wanted to share this thought with you. If you think about like the experience around the world, if something that can generate you the income of 25%, that means that maybe market is not balanced yet. I think if something that generates you 25%, that means that it should cost much more. So for sure it's gonna come, and I think we're gonna go to the same numbers as Thailand has, yes, or as Dubai has. If you wanna invest, it's better to do it off plan. So when we just make a project, when we just launching it, the price is much cheaper than when we finish it, yes? So we actually expected our prices grow up to 15 to 30%, but if you think of Berawa, we started to sell on $200,000 a unit. Now we sell in the last one for $270,000. Yes, it's a big race. It's 100% worth it, yes, because you can make your money back very fast. But that's not work for every object in Bali. Yes, it works only for the objects that built in a specific location. When our company started working here, when we just bought our first land plot, it was in the middle of the pandemic, and we didn't know when it's going to finish. Last year we were all living here, and we didn't know when the Bali is going to open the borders again, because the government keeps saying to us, oh, it's going to be next month, it's going to be next month, but it's never happened. But we still wanted to be here on the market, we still wanted to build. So we decided to do this. We decided to pick up only the locations that was popular even during the pandemic. So we building exclusively in the most popular location in Bali. Berawa, we building now just 700 meters from the beach. So there is a Fins Beach Club, Atlas Beach Club, the new one that's huge, like super touristic attraction. So we choose this location because even during pandemic it was always occupied. It was always expats there, it was always Indonesian travelers there. It was always demand on a real estate in Berawa. The next one, Batu Belong, just across the street. This street, I don't think I need to present you. You see how it works already. Yes, super occupied. That's actually the system that we use, because we build an investment property, and for us it's important so our clients can gather their money back as soon as possible. That's why we choose in this location, and that's why it's very important for you to choose the location wisely. And I actually wanted to tell you a little bit more about the location, because I think when you come to Bali, it's so diverse, and you can consider Ubud, let's say. You also can consider Perenenaan, because everyone keeps saying that Perenenaan is still developing and is the next Canggu. But this is maybe maybe you're going to be interested in what I will say right now. I will tell you about Ubud. So Ubud is very interesting location, for sure, potentially. But Ubud, apart from Canggu, has a seasoning. Yes, so when the rain season is, Ubud has rain season. It rains all day. And this is not good for the tourism, but also is not good for your building because of the mold and because you have to actually renovate it at least once a year. Yes, so you can buy something much cheaper there because land in Ubud is much cheaper. But first of all, Ubud is super built up already right now. If you see 40 minutes from the center of Ubud, all around is already considered as Ubud. So you have a lot of competition. You really need to build something special there. Yes, and it's a lot of local guest houses there. It's more special villas. It's too much already of them. So I would consider Ubud as a second investment opportunity. First, buy something on the coast. The second one you can buy in Ubud if you find something special and interesting. But you need to consider these factors. The seasoning, and then that your building is just gonna fall apart, yes, if you're not gonna take care of it, because the rain kills it. And about Perenninan, also wanted to tell you something, because when we already launched the project here in Berawa and the second project in Batu Balong, me and Victoria, we were discussing maybe we should launch something cheaper for our clients. Yes, because the starting price is $250,000. So we wanted to buy maybe land in Perenninan and make a project for $150,000. Yes, so it's more accessible for our clients, and Perenninan is beautiful location, especially for living. Yes. So, but we find out that Perenninan prices is almost the same as prices in Berawa, first of all. So it's not a developing location. It's already super expensive location. This is, you need to keep in mind. But the second thing, the tourism in Perenninan is not the same at all as in Berawa. If you look at the tourism, the maximum, for example, Indonesian tourists don't know Perenninan at all. Maximum they go into is Isla Brisa, that's the last point they know. Because they all travel with the cars, they're not gonna go to Perenninan, and there is nothing for them in Perenninan, yes? Because, and so this is the first thing. So Perenninan is more for local people who live here in the long term. Like, for example, I would love to live in Perenninan. I lived there, amazing location for living, but tourists, they still consider it too far from everywhere, and that's true, because tourists wanna attend everything. They wanna attend Uluwatu, they want attend Ubud, Seminyak, because all the clubs are there. So when they're in Perenninan, they live in too far away. So actually, if you invest in Perenninan right now, it's already too late. And we decided not to buy land there because it's not going to create the same income for our clients. So this is, I think, it's very, before make a decision, you actually need to think about it. And we still consider Berawa, Batu Balong as the best and top locations. The problem with Uluwatu is that it's on a cliff, yeah, and it's harder to build, so it's hard to get the water. So that's why it's not enough actually of the flats there, because it's harder to build there. But the next project probably we're gonna do there. But also the prices of the land is not that low anymore, and the tourism in Uluwatu, unfortunately, you can absolutely. It's mostly for the surfers who surf and choose the cheapest accommodation possible. Yes, so, or it's for expensive villas. Yes, very high-end expensive villas on the cliff. But then, as an investor, you need to consider much bigger investment. Yes, to that. So it's not going to cost $250. We actually buy now the land on the cliff. So it's something special, and there is 35 million per are. Yes, this is a little bit too it's expensive, but also this is unique. Yes, and this is again for the investment. Okay, this is also always going to be occupied, apart for something like in a different location. Yeah, also, maybe I should mention Lombok, because a lot of the clients, they like, oh, Lombok is going to be the next Bali. Let's buy something in Lombok. First of all, Lombok offers you, I think, the leasehold of 100 years. That's the maximum that you can get, which is very interesting. But during the pandemic, Lombok was completely dead. Like, it was so sad that dogs was dying on the street. Was nobody there. Like, it was 3 restaurants open, local people didn't have food, and no tourism at all. So yes, they built an infrastructure there. It's an interesting location. It's very beautiful, but to be on the same level of Bali, it's much cheaper, and it's much interesting for me, for example, buy something here in Berawa, have your money back in 5 years, while buying something in Lombok and waiting for, I don't know, 15 years until it starts make money for you. I think you need to feel like you cannot consider Lombok right now. If you have an option buy here something that's going to make you money very fast, I wouldn't invest in Lombok with unclear results, and we don't know when. Yes, as a house for sure, maybe interesting. Yes, but like Lombok is not even close to Bali in these terms, and it's going to need some time to be at least a little bit like this. Yes. For example, this is our project in Berawa. It's 22 townhouses that we built in a closed compound, so it's going to be managed by our company. Only the guests who live there can get inside. It's 2 rooms upstairs. Downstairs we have a beautiful living room, kitchen, and we also have access to the private swimming pool. So that's the type of the real estate we're building. The total size of the land is 90 square meters, and the total size of the villa itself is also 90 square meters. So for that, the price of the townhouse is $250,000. This is another project that we have. It's a 3-bedroom villa. So it's already something special because it's big, spacious, 3-bedroom for a big family, 220, almost 220 square meters of the villa itself, yes. Everything is included. So we build it completely furnished, with all the designs, with all the furniture. More of that. In townhouses you can pick up actually your own design. We offer to our clients 4 different designs, and you can choose the one you want. You even can mix it, and even if you're unhappy with that, we provide you the catalog with the furniture, and you can pick up whatever you want. So we have like 100 different chairs there. Yeah, so you really can make it look like your own. So what we provide as well is 5 years warranty. This is actually something exceptional in Bali, because in Bali there is no standards of building. That's why if you go to real estate market, you can see the prices for the 3-bedroom villa starts, I don't know, from $150,000 up to $700 and unlimited, yes? And always a question, why is that? The first reason is for sure location, but the second reason is actually how it's being built. Because a lot of companies, they just build in it and they want it to look good, and the warranty period in Bali average is from 0 to 3 months. So very little development companies giving you like the warranty for 1 year, for example, because they know it's a lot of work, because the quality of the building is actually poor, and that's why they just want it to look good and sell as fast as possible. We actually wanted to change this, and we want to give our clients the security in this term. So we will take care if something will happen. So we provide a warranty of 5 years. It's nothing like this on the market. Here, about locations we already talked. So the location of the project in Berawa is 700 meters from the beach, and you can just walk. And for example, all know now we have a traffic in Bali, and this is very important that you have infrastructure around your house where you live. Yeah, so you don't need, if you want to, you can just walk to the restaurant, or you can go jack, and it's going to be very, very fast. Yeah, so this is important. So you can walk to the beach in like 10 minutes. And there is a Fins Beach Club, everything you want. You just live on, me personally, I live on this one street. I work there, I eat there, I party there, everything. I never move anywhere else because I have everything there. All the restaurants, all the beautiful places in Berawa. I mean, it's everywhere, but like Berawa has everything, definitely. Yes, and here I wanted to present you the model actually, how you can make your money back. So we take in 2-bedroom townhouse. 2-bedroom townhouse we want to rent for $200 a night. And this is only $100 a room. So if you think about it, it's not an expensive price. Yes, it's actually the bottom price, it's average price. So $200 a night, we calculated that we're gonna have 90% occupancy, which is for the area we're building. This is the average occupancy actually. So with that numbers, we can generate almost $5,500 a month. And then it's, oh, actually I have this. And then it's almost $65,000 a year. We calculated that your expenses for villa management on a daily basis will be maximum 15% out of your gross income. So it includes the salary of the staff, the cleaning, the laundry, some presents for the guest, and things, concierge services we also provide, and things like that. So it's all 15%, and we take 15% out of your gross income, and then our management company taking a commission of 10% for organizing business for you. So we're taking care of the management, advertising, meeting the guest, taking with the guest complaints, everything, and that costs 10%. So altogether, your expenses for the villa management is actually 23.5% out of the gross income. Yes, and this is all the money here. So this is everything on a yearly basis. That includes all your expenses and also the commission of our management company. And then that's the rest what you have on your bank account. Yes, so it's almost $50,000 a year, which makes almost 20%. 5 years you have your money back, and you can reinvest them or you can spend them or whatever you want. So this is how the economics works here. Do you have any questions to this part? $250,000 now. So how we sell? We sell first, usually in our projects, we sell first 5 for the cheapest price, then we have medium price, and the last one, because they're going to be finished in a few months, we sell them with the top price. So now the price of the townhouse officially already is $270,000, but we decided for you, our guest for today, if you make a decision by, let's say, the end of the week, we can keep the price to 100. Very good discount. 250 right now. Yes. So, and we only have 6 available. 5 of them going to be finished in November, and the last are going to be finished before the December. So very quick, actually. Also, interesting moment. A lot of developers, they actually giving you only one option to choose the management company only from them. So when you sign the buying agreement, in this agreement says that you only can manage your villa with a company that they provide. In our case, you can choose any other company. But because we're cheapest on the market, we know you're not going to choose one. But actually, that gives you the option to know that if we're not good, you can choose whatever you want. But in case on other developers, if they're not good, you still have to stick with them. As well, the second thing about the development companies is that they limit your time that you can live in a villa. So you actually own the villa, but you cannot live there. So they give you maybe maximum from 2 weeks up to 1 month, a year, that you can use it for your own. But in our case, if you want to live there, if you want your friends to live there, you can do it as well. So you just need to inform us in advance. We're going to take out your villa out of the renting pool, and you can use it for your own. Yes? No limit. Yes, you can live there. For example, 3-bedroom villas, a lot of the clients buying to live there as well. But as I always talk to the clients, I'm saying to them that actually you have to calculate. Every month you're losing this when you live in this villa. Maybe it's better to rent something for $2,000 in a different location, and this you keep for the investment. Yes, because this is smart. Yeah, but it's your choice. We don't see any tendencies for now that it should be something different. Yes, so this is actually, we expect even higher prices. That's the price for here and for Batu Belong. If you look at the Airbnb, the similar property is actually already rated for this, and they rent it. In our, when we build Brava project, the next to us is 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom luxury villas. They rent them for $1,000 a day, and they completely booked for 5 months in advance. So you can imagine. There is not too many projects that actually are like, it's a closed compound, it's managed, and that's why it's so popular for the clients and for the investors and for tourists as well. Yes.